The Arizona Cardinals have the chance to be one of the most interesting teams in the NFL next season, all depending on what they do right here at the quarterback position. There's a lot of speculation going around that Kyler Murray has played his last snap in Arizona, and with Jacoby Brissett coming out there and putting up I'm not going to say similar production, but getting a similar result and almost more juice out of the team, it begs the question, is Kyler done in Arizona? I think he is. And this team, it's a team that's got a lot of young pieces. You got some age with Josh Sweat and Budda Baker, obviously, even though Buda's not that old. Obviously, Calais Campbell is old, but you've got some young pieces that, Nolan, who actually had an incredible touchdown 2 weeks ago against the Jaguars. I say could have been last week. I can't remember. But which week anyway. But great touchdown. Max Melton, pretty decent. He's young. Will Johnson, the rookie, has been playing pretty good. I think they got some more injuries, right now, especially out there on offense. You've lost James Conner. You've lost Benson for the year. You're stuck with D. Ricardo and Bam Knight. Marvin Harrison has been out with the appendicitis thing, but I think he's gearing up to come back in, or he already did come back. With the busy holiday weekend, I didn't get the chance to pay attention to all the games that I wanted to. You have a great young tight end in Trey McBride, a bright spot at tackle with Paris Johnson Jr. Outside of that, you definitely need to work on it. But we are ready to hop in and do that. First off, I guess it's not technically first, as we've already gone over the team. I know we've been a little slow with rebuilds lately. Hopefully we can get back in the rhythm that we were in. If you are back on the channel, welcome back. Glad to have you. Be sure to leave a like if you're new here and you enjoy Madden content. Be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, turn on noties, and help us build and continue to grow. We're slowly closing in on 1,000 subscribers, and what a goal that would be to get there. Now, let's dive on in. The first order of business would be to re-sign some players. Now, Jalen Thompson, I would think that they would sign to a deal. We'll give him a little bit of money. Try to see if that keeps him for 3 years. He's 27 and Madden. That's perfect. Outside of that, you got Greg Dortch. Other than that, I don't think you absolutely have to re-sign any of these guys. I think they are all kind of disposable, especially in the Madden sense. So we are going to let these guys go and move to the end of the year. And 5-12. As a Cardinals fan, you hate to see 5-12, but realistically, probably the best case scenario. I mean, you'd hate to turn around and win a bunch of games, ruin your draft stock. Jacoby, he played. Rushing numbers were spread everywhere because obviously the injuries that were had. Trey McBride over 1,000 yards. That's awesome. Not terrible sack numbers. I mean, I feel like Jonah Williams has already given up more than 4, but that's neither here nor there. Davis Gaither leading the way in tackles. Josh Sweat in TFLs with 15. Josh Sweat in sacks with 11.5. 9.5 from Calais Campbell. 7.5 from Baron Browning. What was that? 2.5 from Walter Nolan. And how many interceptions? 3 for Dorian Taylor Demerson. 2 for Denzel Burke. 1 for, a pile of other players. But that does wrap up the season. I would like to, where is it at? If I can remember how to play this game. I doubt we're going to have any dev traits, really. I don't even see why we would. Oh, we got Dalvin Tomlinson back. We never even got to figure out Will Johnson's. He was still some ways away from revealing that. But yeah, not a terrible year. I'm okay with that. And as is on pace for right now, Matthew Stafford, MVP, Coach of the Year, Mike Vrabel, very understandable. I think right now it's a two-headed race between Vrabel and Ben Johnson, and you could see a shared award this year. I think easily. Accurate. Let's see how accurate some of these are. Accurate. I almost would say Tyler Warren over anybody in the AFC. Maybe Quinshawn, but not strong case in the NFC right now. Defensive rookie Carson Schweschinger, Hairston, This is another one of those ones where I mean, maybe Mason Graham. I think a lot of his play has been kind of overshadowed by Myles Garrett being next to him. But okay, Josh Allen, but yeah, yep, checks out. I don't pay attention enough to that. Checks out. I do think Cedric Gray has been good this year. I don't know, best linebacker, whatnot. Best DB probably needs to go to somebody on Houston, like Kamari Lassiter or any of those guys. And sure. That's not what I want. NFC, Puka could definitely get Offensive Player of the Year. I think Micah Parsons wins it over Brian Burns this year. There could be some Green Bay bias in that, but already at 12 and a half sacks has been electric this year. Either that or it's going to be like I wouldn't be Tremaine. It'd be one of like the Bears defensive backs. Offensive rookie, Jackson Dart. I doubt. I think he's missed too much time. I mean, he kept it together, maybe. Egbuka, I think, is the strong leader right now. And then McMillan is building the case because he's been balling recently. Defensive rookie, Jalen Walker. Yeah, I guess you could keep that. I mean, Jahad Campbell was my number one until Nakobe Dean came back, and then it just kind of bumped him right on out the way. Best quarterback, Matt Stafford. Best running back, Christian McCaffrey. Josh Jacobs probably not up there. It's just been super touchdown dependent. Still has yet to have a game over 100 yards this year. But I mean, Rico definitely higher up. Definitely higher up. Best receiver checks out. Offensive lineman, no. Cam Jurgens that whole Philadelphia offensive line has been actually terrible. Probably going to go to like Joe Tooney. Probably could be Joe Tooney or something. Best defensive lineman, Micah Parsons at this point. Or like Jared Verse. Maybe somebody on the linebacker, Caden Ellis. I don't think so. But no arguments. I don't have enough information to argue. Xavier McKinney, probably not best DB. It could be Byard. It could be Nashawn Wright. I don't know. I'm not sure about the Stevenson one. Not familiar with his stats right now. But could be Byard. Definitely. And best kicker. I mean, sure. It could be Eddie. Which we just wasted a lot of time doing that for no absolute reason. Dev traits. I think McBride went up to Superstar X Factor. So that's really cool. Defensively, did we have anybody go up? No, Buda Baker went down. Well, I guess Taylor Demerson did, but Buda Baker went down. So that's... Calais Campbell went up, and somehow he hasn't retired yet. Philadelphia versus Baltimore in the Super Bowl. I think that's a Super Bowl nobody sees happening right now because both teams are kind of on a downhill spiral. And the Philadelphia Eagles win 24-10. Saquon getting that Super Bowl MVP. All right, we just got to, we're going to hit that 5th-year option for Paris Johnson Jr. right now. Outside of that, everybody else is going to go. And we're going to take our $49 million right to the free agency. And in the free agency, we're just looking to bring in a couple of players. Starting with Tyler Algier, James Cook is when he's aging, and in Madden, it's going to go terrible. He's hurt right now. Trey Benson seems to be injury prone potentially. So going to throw him in there. It's just a cheap little 3-year deal. Nothing to worry about. Jalen Watson. Another 3-year deal that we can bring in another corner that's a scheme fit. Doesn't have a dev trait, but is good enough. He will improve the room. And Cody Barton just to buy us some time at that Mike linebacker spot. Let's see who we get. We get Tyler Algier and Cody Barton. Still waiting on Jalen Watson and... Taylor Moton did go. Who... Did any of the right tackles that I wanted not go? No. Not to say wanted. I was contemplating. I just decided we'll go ahead and worry about it this draft. Try to get the fix. We get Jalen Watson. So we get our 3 players. Leave $25 million to roll to next year. And now we get onto the draft. And, well, we are at the draft. And I forgot to mention it earlier, but we are considering this a realistic rebuild. We are using a current draft class. As you can see, this is the projected 2026 draft class currently. Big Gargamel, I believe. Gargamel, I think. The SGR, same guy that made him last year. But before we start, our first order of business is going to be to try to unload Kyler Murray. If we can get anything for him. See, this is something I was interested in, was the Jets. Now, I do not care for what you have going on here, but I do want some potential picks. I will take 47. Man, they got a pile of first round picks. We're not going to get a first round pick for Kyler, but if we can squeeze a second and a fourth, that still might even be a little too high. Yeah, it is. Second and we'll go second and sixth. We're gonna get that. That might be a little too high, but you know the Jets. They'll make some moves for, when they need to try to get one of those quarterbacks. Going to pick 7. Gonna see who's there now. Oh, TJ Parker's gone. That edge is gone. Not a quarterback taken yet, which could be a little realistic. Caleb Downs going to Washington would be insane. It'd be great for that defense. Would be a perfect fit. And as much as I don't really want to do it, we are going to start with Spencer Fano. Not to say I don't want to do it. Right tackle is a huge need for us. This guy looks elite. We're going to go ahead and bring him in, fix that that right tackle spot straight from the jump street. A quarterback's not going to be successful unless we have a good tackle. On to the second round. I think we're going to go Carnell Tate, though. Be a third receiver, but a really good weapon for our future quarterback. Carnell Tate, ranked at 15, got him at 39. Hidden dev. All right, we're building something here. You know what? We're going to go LT Overton. We're going to make him a scheme fit over there on that right tackle side. We're going to draft him out of Alabama, ranked at 60. Hidden dev. All right. All right, we are going to go Lee Hunter. He doesn't look like the best scheme fit, but definitely somebody we could use. Going to bring him in. Normal dev. Should have gone quarterback way before now, right? I understand that. Nico's here. Because he's a strong arm. Sees across the board. We're going Nico. I want to go Nico, but I don't even know how to really pronounce his last name. So it's like, should I do that? Man, Luke Altmaier's here. He's just decent. Yeah, we got to go Nico. Not great, but hidden dev. Nico's the new starting quarterback of the Arizona Cardinals. Look at that. We have our guy. And looking at the draft, I'm pretty content with it. You get a right tackle to protect Nico. You get Nico a new weapon in Carnell Tate, another Ohio State receiver to pair alongside Marvin Harrison. LT Overton that we're going to move around somewhere on the defense. I think we need to make him a right edge. All right, when we make him a right edge, I guess he's still not a scheme fit. I don't know what scheme fit we need then there. We'll figure that out later. Lee Hunter, okay. Nico, going to be the starting quarterback. And then just some, more backups along the way. But, man, I'm content with it. This looks like a really good starting class. And now we are fully prepared to go into our year one. Taking a look at the team, of course, like I said, Nico's going to be the starting quarterback. Got a good running back room. Trey Benson down there at RB3. James Conner, not Josh Conner, and Tyler Algier to kind of take his space. Marvin Harrison Jr., Michael Wilson, and Carnell Tate as our 3 receivers, with Trey McBride, the rookie right tackle. On the defensive side of the ball, Josh Sweat, Cody Barton, Mac Wilson, Jalen Thompson, Buda Baker, Will Johnson, Jalen Watson, Sean Murphy Bunning, Grant Williams. Got Walter Nolan here. We got rid of Dalvin Tomlinson. Just was no point in having him on the roster. But everything looks good. We got some superstars. Defense is still a little weak. Hopefully we can get that up. But I just want to see some development out of Nico this year. And really maybe even have one more good draft pick. But that's kind of all I'm really hoping for. All right. Well, I'm finally back. Been a couple day break since I recorded the beginning of this Cardinals rebuild. The weekend has passed, and I think in the NFL, we were, week 13, I believe? Week 14? Nothing's changed. I still feel the same about this team. Actually, even stronger about the fact that there's going to be a new quarterback in town. But outside of that, man, the rest of the team, you really do have some guys there that you could build with. But I'm excited for us to start this year too as we go ahead and hop into it. Who did we have week 1? The Seattle Seahawks. We're going to go ahead and get to the midseason. Hopefully we can win some games. But outside of that, I really just want to see some development out of the rookies. And 5-2, so we are getting some wins. We have a DB breakout. Could be huge because we do have a lot of normal dev defensive backs. Who were we talking to? Kitten Crawford. Dev traits to dev trait. We got a receiver breakout as well. Michael Wilson, 4 catches, 100 yards that's a lot. But if you look at him right now, in real life, that's not really a lot. He's actually kind of been doing that. Could be a league winner in your fantasy league. So, something to look out for. Let's see if we know any of these dev traits. All right, it looks like all the ones we had on offense are just star. Nico with star, Tate with star, and Fano with star. It's not terrible. I don't even remember if we had any on defense outside of Overton. Yeah, I think he was the only one that had a dev trait. And you know what? We're going to let him continue to build on the bench behind Josh Sweat. Yeah, that's all we're going to do with him. Stuff's looking good. We're winning games, 5-2. Are we leading the division? We are. We're the 4 seed currently. Do some damage here. Let's take a look at the stats we got. That's a great year out of Nico. 1,500 yards, 14 touchdowns, 1 interception. Rushing, Algier, doing all right. Michael Wilson leading the way receiving. I think he's doing that in real life with Arizona right now. Blocking, Paris Johnson Jr., not doing great. Defensively, Cody Barton leading the way in tackles. Mac Wilson Sr. in TFLs, and Zaven Collins in sacks. 2 picks for Cody Barton, 1 for several others. Dude, Mike linebacker's eating this game. All right, I know it is considered a weakness of the class, but we are setting our national focus scout to the interior offensive line. Want to get that shored up before we get any deeper into this rebuild. You got to have a good offensive line, and as there are some things to look forward to there, we also have some holes. So we need to get those fixed and see who we're going to re-sign, like Michael Wilson, who wants a contract that's really not that bad. We'll go ahead and pay him if he stays, and he does. Mac Wilson Sr. can go. Zaven Collins probably can go. BJ Ojolari. You know what? He's cheap enough. Maybe we pay him. We have a lot of money. A lot of money. This is going to go real well for us because we're not going to re-sign any of these people, and we're going to take all this money straight to the free agency and try to get some superstar power here in Arizona. We might even look at a potential trade with 125 mil, some salary cap, maybe some players. Could be something interesting to look at. All right, well, we got a trade here. I know we might be giving up a little much, honestly, with Sean Murphy money and a 3rd-round pick for Josiah Stewart, but the dude's a scheme fit. He's got 3 years left on his contract, and he's cheap. $1 million or 1.8 mil, only 23 years old, a scheme fit. That also gives us the ability to maybe shop Zaven Collins around and see what kind of offers we can get. Keaton Mitchell, Grady. Those are our 2 offers. That's crazy. Counter offer the Jets. I don't want your guy. I want some draft picks, and you have a large amount of them. Let's get a 3rd and a 5th. We get that. Zaven Collins is gone. Make the team a little bit better. Let's adjust the lineup here. See what happens when we get our guy Stewart in there. Makes the team, a little bit better long term, I think. Now, that really didn't take up any of the cap space that we thought about, but I think we're going to wait till the draft. I don't see any big players that aren't already going to make it to the free agency that we could sign there. I'm sitting here wondering if we're going to win Rookie of the Year. There is a rookie quarterback, more there for the Los Angeles Rams, who are 2-5. That's got better stats than we do. So hopefully, we can still find a way to win that. But we are going to keep trucking along. This is a fun year too. Hopefully we can make the playoffs, but I'm really just ready to get through the year. Oh, and I was going week to week, and we have a quarterback breakout for hopefully Nico. Wasn't planning on stopping here at week 10, but for Nico, we're going to go ahead and give him that easy goal. We want a dev trait. So we are going to hit this simulation, see if he can get it, and he didn't. I just never get these breakouts, man. I would really love to. And you'd never believe it. 8-9, we fall off drastically. Apparently, Zaven Collins was a lot more important to our team than I thought. Because, the offense, 4,000 yards, 31 touchdowns, 7 picks for Nico. That's very good. Rushing was, hit or miss, but, 1,000 total yards between two backs. Marvin Harrison with 1,000 yards. Michael Wilson with 1,000 yards. Trey McBride, 12 touchdowns. That's pretty awesome. Blocking numbers were terrible. Wouldn't expect anything different. Cody Barton with 151 tackles leading the team. 12 TFLs for Walter Nolan. 15 sacks for Josh Sweat. Really would have liked to seen any of our guys do a little bit better than that. But here we are. Cody Barton, 2 picks. Jalen Thompson, a pick. 1 for, a couple others. Just not really getting it done. We'd like to be better. Team looks good, though. Nico's playing up to an 89 already, which is really good. Michael Wilson up to an 82. I think he's going to develop. We could probably do something about this running back room to try to just get a superstar running back in. Maybe make some trades. Figure something out. LT Overton developing a little bit. That left edge, we made the trade for Stewart. We need him to develop. There's a lot of pressure there. Hopefully he can. And we just take this to the draft. Not really to the draft, but to the offseason. And the Baltimore Ravens win the Super Bowl. That's what it looks like. Yep, 24-14. Roquan winning that Super Bowl MVP. Oh, I didn't look at the season awards at all, but Nico does win Rookie of the Year. So that should be a guaranteed dev trait up to Superstar, and he does go up to Superstar. That's awesome. It's exactly what you want. It's exactly what you want. Buda Baker drops. Don't love that. And now we just get into the offseason. Like I said, we're going to try to, with the excess amount of money, $146 million we have, we're going to accept Marvin Harrison's option, and we are going to go into the free agency, try to spend some of this $41 million. Garrett Williams, I think we keep. No, he wants to go. Yeah, so we definitely have some players to replace. We're gonna see what's here. All right, well, we got some targets. Defensive tackle Quinnen Williams, Drew Tranquil at the will linebacker spot, and Ethan Evans as a punter. Now, I've been thinking about the Brian Branch, and we have Buda Baker. This is a long-term fix and an upgrade, and we got 101 mil. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to throw it out there. We got a guy on a rookie deal at quarterback. He's going to last, so why not go ahead and try to get somebody like Brian Branch, and maybe we're not even close. We're going to leave it on there. Oh, yeah, we're going to leave him up there. We're going to see what happens. I doubt we get him. No, we get Quinnen Williams, Drew Tranquil, and Ethan Evans, though. Those are 3 huge signings. Brian Branch goes to the Texans. That's actually kind of scary. All right, well, at the draft, we have taken a look at the mock draft. The guy we want is supposed to go at 13. We are going to trust that. So what we are going to do is we are going to trade up to pick 12. The Bears currently have that pick. We're going to give them the 15th and a 5th. We're moving up 2 spots. Okay, so we can do that. And then a 7th, maybe. No, not a 7th. There we go. All right, we trade up. We get the 12th pick. We gave a lot of late round picks. we're just going to hope that it looks like he's there. The mock draft was accurate. Gerald Joseph, top 5 talent in this draft. He's going to fill a corner need for us. We're not terrible at corner, but we need to improve. Ranked at 4, normal dev. Could have seen that coming. He's a young player. He's going to develop. Now we get on to the second round. We've got a guy here in Jake Webster that has a 1-2 talent. He is going to be great. He's our next pick, ranked at 30. Got him at 47. Hidden dev. All right, DeAndre Dalton's not a scheme fit, but he's around 1-2 talent. We need a center. So we are going to go ahead and bring him in. That's going to be ranked at 32. And, a normal dev. Oh, well, he's going to be a replacement center. He's going to be an upgrade over the current one. Round 4, you guessed it. We're going back to the offensive line. Marco Hernandez looks pretty well-rounded. I know he's another right guard, but we're going to go ahead and take him. Looks like he could be good enough. Normal dev. It's an offensive lineman, though, man. We just need bodies. Probably going to take another couple of them. Not terrible. Would have liked more dev traits, but not terrible what we have. I think we're going to be able to make this work. We're going to get these guys plugged in, hop into year 3, take a look at the team, and, hopefully win some more games next year. And we got the guys plugged in. The offensive line is looking to have the potential to improve, I should say, which I don't know why they're not scheme fits anymore. I guess they got upgrades. Oh, no, they weren't. Never mind. I take that back. Webster was the only scheme fit. But the offense looks good. Nico definitely developing in the right direction. Tate taking over that wide receiver 2 spot. Hopefully he gets the production this year. Defensively, I kind of like where we're sitting. Quinnen Williams is in a good spot. We got some young linebackers developing to try to fill that role that Josh Sweat is going to leave. And we've got some young guys in there that are going to develop, but we've also got some veterans that can, help some of these guys develop and put us in a position to win some games. Well, back at 5-2 to start the season. Numbers, the 6th seed. Second in the division, tied with the Rams. Hopefully we can steal that from them. That's my hope as we take a look at who we need to re-sign, starting with our left tackle, Paris Johnson Jr. Let's go ahead and get him signed and stayed with the team. Keep him as that blindside blocker. Trey Benson, I think, can go. I think we need a running back room reset. I don't know about Taylor Demerson. Buda Baker's going to have to go. We're going to have to let some age go. We're definitely going to have to let some people go here. Max Melton, I'm going to keep. He wants to be here. And, I like Bo Melton. I like the Meltons. We're going to keep him on the team. I think he's a good character guy. Keep him around. Outside of that, man, I really don't know that we keep anybody. We just kind of try to do a reset here. Dorian Taylor Demerson might stay. Trey Benson maybe, but like I said, I think we really need to see a running back room reset. Maybe start back in the draft and try to move from there. But the rest of these guys, man, they're all veterans, or they're not good enough to worry about playing. So we're gonna let them walk. Now to check our one and only dev trait, Webster was a star dev. Offense looks good. People are developing. I'm kind of content with it right now. Defensively, players are developing. Stuff looks good. I think we'll have some moves to make this offseason. Maybe find a replacement for Jalen Thompson, sadly, and Buda Baker, who is going to probably be walking in the free agency. So we'll have to figure that out. But our scouting focus on interior offensive linemen. Weakness, again, I do not care. We'll scout some other stuff. We'll try to get those guys straight. Nico, worst year. 1,700 yards, 13 touchdowns, 6 picks. Don't like that. Rushing looks the same. Receiving, Marvin Harrison Jr. leading the way. 663, 8 touchdowns. What a year. Blocking. Yeah, Paris Johnson Jr. didn't deserve to get paid. Defensively, Drew Tranquil leading the way in tackles. LT Overton in TFLs, and Quinnen Williams in sacks with 4. Josh Sweat with 3.5. Nolan with 2.5. Yeah, our other edge rushers just do not get to the ball. Only 2 picks. Don't love that. Would love more out of some of those guys, but not getting it. So we're just going to keep trucking. We're an 85 overall now. Hopefully we can keep winning games and try to take this division back from the Rams. And we may not win the division, but we still make the playoffs as the 6th seed. Have to play the Philadelphia Eagles here. Marginally better this year. 10-7. I'll take it. We're in the playoffs. The team's playing good. Look at Nico playing up to that 91 overall. The whole team looks... I mean, everybody's playing good. Everybody's developing. This is exactly what we wanted out of this team. I think we have the ability to make a little bit of a run. I don't know that we're quite ready for a Super Bowl run yet, but I do think we can make a run. Nico had a good enough year. Slacked off on the interceptions in the second half. I like that a lot. Rushing numbers could be better. Receiving, Marvin Harrison killed it. 1,200 yards, 12 touchdowns. Tate, 849 and 9. No 2,000 yards receivers. No, didn't have 2,000 yard receivers this year. Sack numbers not great. Defensively, Drew Tranquil led the way in tackles. LT Overton in TFLs. Quentin Williams in sacks. Did still get a decent amount, though. 3 picks for Gerald Joseph, the rookie. Love that. 2 for Drew Tranquil, 2 for Will Johnson, 1 for Jalen Watson. Love the rookie getting several interceptions. Now, what else do we do outside of just hop into this game, see if we can take down Philadelphia? This is a tough one. I don't think we'll be able to. Some would say right now it's not a hard task. In real life, they're having a little bit of a downfall right now, but hey, what do you do? Y'all know how this goes. We are just going to jump to the end of the game in the Super Sim. Hope Nico can get us going here. It's a 1-score game, and it's going to be a close one. Hard fought. Can our defense come up with a... We get the win. We beat Philadelphia. We beat the 3 seed. Look at that. I didn't expect that. I was expecting a first-round loss. I'm not going to lie to y'all at all. And Nico said, hey, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to outplay Jalen Hurts. That's what he did. 136 rating, 181 yards, 3 touchdowns. Rushing, I mean, terrible rushing numbers on both sides. Receiving, who was our leader? Well, we had a touchdown for Tate, a touchdown for Wilson, a touchdown for McBride. Marvin Harrison kind of left out of that one. Defensively, did we get any sacks? 2 for Jordan Davis, who I tried to trade for. 1.5 for Walter Nolan. 1.5 for LT Overton. 1 for Darius Robinson. 0.5 for Josh Sweat and Quentin Williams. No interceptions on the game, but a good game, a low score, and that is a Arizona Cardinals win. And we have the Detroit Lions. It's going to be a tough one. We're really going to hope that Quentin Williams can stop Jahmyr Gibbs. That's got to be the one hope. Can you stop Jahmyr Gibbs? Put pressure on Goff, if that's who they still have right now. I have not looked at the team to be able to tell you. All right, what are we going to have here? What are we going to have here? Can we take down the Detroit Lions? Of course, we are here in Detroit. Not going to get any home field advantage this year, sadly. And we're starting off hot. We're going, hey, we can keep up with you on offense. Can you keep... Okay, whoa. I don't like that. I was going to say, we're saying, can you keep up with us? They're proving that they can. We got a 1-point game, and we lose. It's a heartbreaker. You know, they were just the better team. We had the turnover. Nico threw a pick. I mean, Jared Goff threw a pick too. We threw it a lot more times, actually. Nico was still outplayed him. We couldn't stop Jahmyr Gibbs. That was my worry, and it came true. Yeah, no real, I mean, they didn't throw the ball a lot. It was a lot of Jahmyr Gibbs. Did we put pressure on Jared Goff? Quentin Williams, 1.5 sacks. Walter Nolan with the 2.5 sacks. They put pressure on us. Derek Barnes, Brooks Johnson, David Bailey, DJ Reed. Tan Crawford got a 1/2 sack. Tyleek Williams. They put pressure on us. Will Johnson and Terrion Arnold with interceptions. You know, you hate it, but a divisional round loss. We made it a lot further than what we expected to. So that's a win on the season. You know, we're only in... Was that year 2? It was year 3. We're year 3. We've got a lot of money. We've got a lot of room to improve. So, we can just focus on that. All right, nobody on the MVP list. I meant to look at the coach of the year. Did we don't even squeak onto that. What a disgrace. Offensive player of the year, Marvin Harrison Jr. is on the list. Defensive player of the year, and nobody there. Offensive rookie, we had lineman. Defensive rookie, Gerald Joseph at 2. One would have been awesome. Best quarterback goes to Dante Moore with Nico coming in at 5. I hate that another quarterback in our division is just, it's kind of a sell there. Best running back, not going to have anybody there. Best wide receiver, Marvin Harrison at 4. Best offensive lineman, not going to be there. Best defensive lineman, no Quinnen Williams, really? Best linebacker, Drew Tranquil at 3. Best defensive back, Gerald Joseph at 10. Best kicker, not on the list. It's a little tough. Let's see if we got any dev traits this year. I would really love... Yeah, we didn't get any on offense. I was just saying I'd love some offensive dev traits. It's okay, but, our offensive line is improving. I am going to look for some hidden dev talent to sneak in there to get even better. But right now, no big complaints. Josh Sweat loses his dev trait. Gerald Joseph goes up. Is already an 85 overall, and that's going to be our corner 2 from here on out. Everybody else, Cody Barton and Josh Sweat lose their dev traits. That's tough. This defense is going to take some hits this year, man. It's going to take some hits, see who wins the Super Bowl, so we can get to the free agency and try to replace some of these players that are leaving. The Lions win, so we lost to the Super Bowl champs. We had a close game against them. Makes you think that if we would have made it to the Chiefs, we would have had an opportunity to win the Super Bowl. And we're going to accept Walter Nolan's 5th-year option. That's a no-doubter. Trey Benson, I think, can go. Yeah, man, I just think we let all these guys go. We've got to try to get younger, faster, bigger, stronger, and the only way to do that is to move on from players that we currently have. All right, we got 3 targeted players. Cooper DeJean, I don't think we're going to get him, but I'm offering him almost a $200 million contract, which is insane. Cam Little, a kicker, and Kellen Wyatt, just a Sam linebacker that I think would do us a lot of help in getting younger at that spot. So we got Cam Little and Keelan Wyatt. Didn't get Cooper DeJean. I didn't have faith, but, I wanted to get somebody in there. All right, we're at the draft, and this is the worst draft pick we've had so far. Down here at 26. So this guy's a hybrid. I think he's going to get moved. I think we're going to go Earl Ulrich. Go ahead and bring him in. Normal dev. I have made mistakes. And you know what? Ramirez is still there. Maybe we get him in the 2nd. What are the linebackers looking like? Oh, wow, all the Will linebackers are gone. And Taylor Sabin is the only Mike linebacker left. And I think we go ahead and give him a draft just because we really need a Mike linebacker. Hidden dev guy. I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. We're going to trade to 60. I'm not trading with the LA Rams, but we are going to trade to pick 60 with the Buffalo Bills. Hopefully they don't want a whole lot for this. We'll give you our 3rd and a future 5th. No. Okay, our 3rd and a future... I don't want to give up our 4th. I don't want to give up another... we'll just give up another 3rd. 2/3 should do... 2/3 and a 5th should do it. Yep. Okay, we get it. Okay. Yeah, they take a running back. They don't take the guy we want. We want the we want the run support. Jordan Ramirez, he's still here. We should have taken him to start, I think. He's normal dev too. What are we doing? Jonathan Newby. We don't really need him, but he looks great. He looks fantastic, actually. Hidden dev. Bring in some hidden dev linemen. Why not? We need some defensive tackles, and like always, Jaden Sims right here looks pretty good. Elite strength. This is a classic, high overall-ish. Probably no... Oh, hidden dev. I was going to say normal dev defensive tackle. There's our DT3 right there. That's exactly what we needed. All right, just another safety. Quincy Griffey. Yeah, he's terrible. Okay, that was a mistake. We are out of this draft. All right, well, a successful draft. We've got some safeties, a Mike linebacker, a left guard, a defensive tackle. all people that are going to fill holes in this roster and on this team. We lost Buda Baker. We get an offensive lineman that is probably going to start right away. He's going to take Hernandez's role. We'll leave Dalton there. We could really, really use a running back. We might need to do a running back reset next year. Sims, I'm going to go ahead and bump up a spot. He's a scheme fit and he's hidden depth. Saban is going to take that lead role at the Mike linebacker spot. All right, so I think we got everybody in the spots they're supposed to be for the preseason. We'll check back in as soon as we get to the start of year 4, and hopefully we're doing a little bit better. All right, well, we're ready for year 4. Nico playing great. Receivers look good. Tight end look good. Tyler Algier. Maybe we need to replace him this year. O-line looks pretty good. I have not many complaints there. Defense, we added some defensive lineman depth in Sims. Hopefully that means, when we get to those late playoff games, we can stop the run. Corners look good. Linebackers look good. Ramirez is kind of the weak spot on the defense, but he's a rookie, so we're looking for some growth there. Sweat good. We drafted and traded for some of these guys that haven't really needed to, I expected Josh Sweat to kind of go sooner than what he has, but, we'll keep on letting him play, keep on rolling with him. Now, I'm finally going to move off the interior offensive line scout because we don't need it. But where do we go? Do we go linebacker? No. You know what we're going to go? We are going to go to the running back position and try to get a... Actually, no, linebacker makes the most sense. Just because, we get linebacker or safety. We'll decide. It depends on how our safeties are doing. Safety could be a potential come the middle of the season. We're just going to have to see how they're playing and go from there. And 5-1, hopefully leading the division this time. And we are. We just lost the 2-4 Seattle Seahawks. That's rough. Are we leading we're the number 1 seed in the NFC currently. We got some players to re-sign. Marvin Harrison Jr., go ahead and give him a contract. That is going to keep him around. We've still got a pile of money. Will Johnson Jr., go ahead and give him a contract. That is going to keep him around. Josiah Stewart, we'll give a little 3-year. He's been playing good enough. Tyler Algier, no. BJ, no. Jalen Thompson, no. Josh Sweat, no. I think we kind of leave everything exactly how it is. We're not going to re-sign any more people. We'll accept Spencer Fano's option. Please give us some good ones. Newbie is star dev. Already surpassed Hernandez in overall. So that is exactly why you play them. Defensively, we don't know Saban's or Sims yet, but both of them are developing and growing. Ramirez playing up. I like that. How's Nico playing? Not great. The passing game, not doing good. The running game, not doing that great. Carnell Tate, 409, 2 touchdowns. Blocking, how does that look? Better than it has. Defensively, Drew Tranquil leading the way in tackles. Josh Sweat, TFL, or sacks, Overton, 3.5. Quentin Williams with 3. 2 picks for Jalen Watson, 1 for Jordan Ramirez, 1 for Taylor Saban. Somehow we sneak into the playoffs. This was the largest fall off I have ever seen. We go to the midseason. We're 5-1. We had just lost to Seattle. We beat the Rams, beat the 49ers. Win our next 2. We're 7-1. And then we lose, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight to then win our last 2 and make the playoffs. And if you look at some of these games we're losing, 10 points, 12 points, 10 points, 6 points, 20, then 25, luckily, 16, 17, 30, 38. If you look at our wins, we're putting up points. Our first loss to Seattle, 6 points. When we lose, we do not score. If our offense does not click, we don't score at all. And that's very unfortunate. We need to find ways to score. I thought our offense was going to carry us. Maybe we really need that running back a lot more than I had thought. Because everybody looks good on the offensive side of the ball. Defensively, Saban is a star dev. That's all we got out of him. Ramirez playing pretty good. We don't know Sims yet. He's only had 15 plays. We're gonna have to look. And it's gonna kill me because it's gonna be something really good. I'll take just star though. Yeah, just star. Okay, we will keep that. We'll keep it where it is. We should be better fit to stop. I want to know what the kicker situation is because I know I signed Cam Little, right? I signed Cam Little. Yeah, we have kicker, punter. We're good there. Detroit Lions. We gotta stop Jahmyr Gibbs. We lost by a point last time. That seems to be something we do, is lose by a point. I'm hoping we don't have a complete total fall off because that puts so much pressure on year 5, man. I really thought we would improve. 10-7 last year, make it, to the divisional round. To lose to Detroit. Can we move the ball? We get 3. Ooh, we've got to find a way to score some points on this Detroit team. What a low score. 6-3. This is what I'm talking about. And we get locked in these defensive matchups. And I don't know if it's Nico. I don't really know what it is. The playbooks haven't changed. Nothing on that side has changed. 57% completion percentage. Jared Goff with 46. We threw the ball. We did a better job at stopping Jahmyr Gibbs, but not really. We're not running the ball well. Receiving, Marvin Harrison was good. What kind of sack numbers did we get? Josh Sweat with the sack. LT Overton with the sack. Saban and Sims splitting a half sack. No interceptions. Just luckily escaped that one. I really hate them when we get locked in these games. It's just that they're defensive masterminds. This is another game. We should be able to score on Detroit. They're the 30th and 32nd ranked, 30th in points, 32nd in pass yards, 22nd in rush yards. We should be able to score against them, and hopefully we can stop them a little bit. Just enough. I feel like we're definitely the better team this time. I didn't even check to see if we won the division. I don't know. I just assumed we didn't. I assumed the Rams bounced back, but here against Philadelphia, we have got to find a way to get a win. They come away with 7. We match, finally. We just don't seem to be able to get anything going, and we are in overtime. Okay, we're going to hop in a little bit here. Let's see if we can get a touchdown on the board. We have yet to hop in with Nico. We haven't played a snap with him so far this series. We're going to hit Marvin Harrison. That's going to be a huge gain. I don't really want to run out to the outside with Tyler Algier. It's just not my favorite play there. So we're going to cut that back in. Get it to 3rd and inches. Let's go empty spot wheel. See, my main read is going to be McBride on that flat, and he's open. And that's a touchdown. That's a walk-off touchdown. That's the game. Take down Philadelphia. Oh, so the Rams didn't pull it together. Seattle did. Now, I just figured out why I'm having some issues with this stuff. And some of these games are going by faster than I thought. It's because I had it on 5-minute quarters. So we are going to go to the 15-minute quarter. That's what I like to do in Super Sim. I think it plays a little bit more accurate. And we're going to try to take down our divisional opponent in the Seattle Seahawks. I think we lost to them both times this year. So can they beat us a 3rd time is the real question. We're just going to go to the end of the game. Let's see if they score first. Can we get on the board there? We get 6. We miss so many extra points, I've noticed. We shouldn't be in these situations where we're missing so many extra points. 16-13, 23-13. We got a 10-point lead. What can we do with it? Oh, we're hopping in here. We are hopping in. 4th. It wants us to punt. No, here's what we're going to do. We're going with the QB sneak. Can they stop the QB sneak? It doesn't. They're not lined up for it. This should be game over right here. That's a 1st down. That's going to be game over. Let's go a play at a time. That's going to be a kneel. And that is game. We win the NFC Championship, and we're headed to the Super Bowl finally. We might have, helped out to that to some effect, but really just did a sneak in this game. Nico looks like he kind of outplayed, by rating, yards, touchdowns. Did throw one more interception, but even average and long, outplayed Sam Darnold. Kenneth Walker, we give up a lot of rushing yards for whatever reason. 5.6 a carry is kind of crazy. Trey McBride was the receiving MVP. Defensively, did we have any sacks? Jaden Sims, 2 sacks. They have Aaron Graves. He had 2. Josh Sweat with a sack and a half. Walter Nolan with a half sack. Jarrell Joseph with a half sack. And then Josh Santos, their rookie strong safety, at 66 overall with the interception. Now, the big question here is going to be, who do we have to play in the Super Bowl? And we have a repeat Super Bowl. What's this, 2011? 2010 was the Packers. I can't remember. It's a Super Bowl matchup we have seen before. We take a look at the yearly awards. MVP goes to Josh Allen. No Nico on the list. Underrated. What I wanted was Coach of the Year. Also not on the list. Offensive Player of the Year, nobody. Defensive Player of the Year, nobody. Offensive Rookie, nobody. Defensive Rookie, Saban at 3. Ramirez at 6. I kind of like that. Best Quarterback, Nico doesn't sneak onto the list. Running Back, not going to be there. Receiver, not there. Offensive Lineman, Fano at 7. Okay, we get on the list there. Defensive Lineman, we haven't seen Quinnen Williams on there, which is crazy. Drew Tranquil on the list for linebacker. Defensive back, Will Johnson at 5. Best kicker, Cam Little at 9. So I do like that. Do we have any dev trait upgrades before this Super Bowl? I would really hope so. No. Marvin Harrison actually loses his dev trait on offense. That's kind of tough. I'd hate to see that. Defensively, any dev traits? No. Really would have liked one out of the rookie. But he is playing up. He's playing good. No complaints there. Saban, same thing. Would have liked the dev trait. Didn't get one. Doesn't matter. We just got to hop into the Super Bowl against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Try to get the win. And we got a rainy Super Bowl game, I believe, in Tampa. As we jump to the end of the game, see if we can take down the 11-6 Pittsburgh Steelers. We have a tie game at 7-7. Well, we got the stop there. Can we? They got 10. Let's score some points there, offense. 17-10, 13-10. Let's take it play by play. We get a turnover. We have got to score a touchdown here. And we do. Carnell Tate, the 3-yard pass. Can we get a stop? 2nd and 3rd and 19. 4th and 12. 4th and 17. That's a punt. 3 minutes left. We have got to burn this time. Burn their timeouts. That's what we're doing. 3rd and 4. 1st and 10. Look at that. Nico to Carnell Tate. I mean, they have burnt all their timeouts. 3rd and 2. What do? You run for a first down, and that is going to be game over. Arizona wins the Super Bowl. We don't have to hop in on this one, but we get the Super Bowl away from the Pittsburgh Steelers. We win this time around. We got our get back. We got our get back. Got the Lions. Oh, they got Lenora Sellers. Forgot about that. But Nico outplayed him, so it didn't matter. Rushing. Tyler Algier, 10 for 52. Pretty good. Receiving. Carnell Tate, the big guy. Michael Wilson, 98 and a touchdown, though. Pretty good day from him as well. Defensively, what kind of sacks with Walter Knowlton with 2, Josh Sweat with 1, LT Overton with 1, and then LT Overton with the interception. And there's the reassurance. LT Overton with the Super Bowl MVP is actually kind of crazy. All right, well, after looking at the free agency and doing a deep dive, I really think our best bet is bringing in somebody. Actually, you know what? I'm going to withdraw the offer on Brian Burns, and we're going to put in an offer for Nick Bosa just because he's a scheme fit. Try to see if we can get him, and we do, so that's actually interesting. We get a good pass rusher. I was thinking about Caleb Johnson, but I think we just addressed running back in the draft. We add a pass rusher back because we did lose Josh Sweat. It's on the other side, but I think with LT Overton over on the right side, like he was traditionally supposed to be, and with his overall being, playing up to an 88 right now, I think he's going to be good enough there. So we'll just keep that the way it is and get straight into the draft. Well, obviously, we have pick 32. We're going to go ahead and get to it. I haven't looked at where players are supposed to go. I've got two guys in mind here, right? Either we go safety and shore up the defense, or we go to the running back. You got Jimmy Hurts and you got Cole Macklin at that running back spot. We do have some free safeties that we also scouted. I think we've got time on the safety route, though, to be 100% honest with you, because you even have Brad Freeman here, who looks very similar to Sam Brady and is actually a scheme fit. So I think we've got to prioritize this running back position. Well, I mean, even Peter Moore. He is a little bit older. Cole Macklin might be the pick here. Good speed, elite excel, 4.4. With elite jumping. A juke move. I like that a lot. And I'm not a big fan of these 5'8 guys. 4.31 elite acceleration. Great jumping. D juke move, though, for an elusive. I think it's got to be Cole Macklin. I think we're going to go ahead and take him. Get him on the team. Ranked at 14. Hidden dev from Georgia. Welcome to the Arizona Cardinals. He's going to take that starting role. Sheldon Crisp looks good. He's got to be the pick. Please be a hidden dev, ranked at 13. Hidden dev, going to get the start. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Let's go on to the third round. All right, well, we skipped through most of the draft just because I didn't really know where to go. Like I said, we're gonna move Enrique Bush over to down to Will linebacker. See if that does anything for him. He's a bigger dude. He's faster. It's going to be great in that it goes to 61. Not great, but he's going to be super fast. Going to be good in pass coverage, which, we could find a place to move him, almost a little bit Isaiah Simmons type, move going on, except for not drafted nearly as high in the draft. And this is the team heading into year 5. Everything looks good, man. We got a, backup tackle that is a hidden dev, a rookie running back that really looks promising. 78 power back, 92 speed, 95 excel. He's got 96 juke move already, which is insane. Hopefully is going to be one of those like superstar players. Nico's still playing great. The offensive line looks good. Defense looks good. Crisp, going to get the start. Want him to grow. I think he's going to surpass Aldridge by, mid-season. We'll really get to check there. And everything else looks good. We have just got to hop in, get to the mid-season, and hope we're winning games. And 5-2. Our offense still isn't scoring a lot of points. We're passing the ball really well. Not running it super well, but we are second in the NFC West. 5th in the NFC. Not worried about scouting or draft class. Negotiating, I'm not really super worried about. You got Nico here. You've got to pay. And realistically, you've got some players to pay. Not a lot of people want to be here, and you don't even have enough money to pay Trey McBride. Well, you know what's a good thing? We're only doing a 5-year rebuild, so you don't really have to worry about it. Not going to focus on that. We don't know Macklin's dev trait yet. How do we not know his dev trait yet? Almost 100 short. Maybe we should have done the training camp with him. Probably, definitely should have. Defense. Crisp is a star dev, but like I said, he's right there at Aldridge, so he is surpassing him. Ramirez still playing good. I don't like that Macklin is not the third down running back. I'm going to be honest. I would like him to be the third down running back. I don't know why he is not in a position to be the third down running back. We're going to go ahead and go into this. I'm going to go into this and make him that third down running back. I want the rookie on the field 24/7. So we got him there. We're going to go ahead and take a look at these stats. Nico, really second year was just, and rookie year was the best year he's had so far. Yeah, rushing has been very bad. Receiving, Carnell Tate leading the way. Maybe you make a move off of Marvin Harrison and you re-sign Tate. Try to get another one in the draft. Receiver, that is. Sack numbers better than they ever have. Saban leading the way in tackles. Walter Nolan in TFLs. Nick Bosa in sacks. Sack numbers look pretty decent. 2 picks for Jordan Ramirez. 1 for Jarrell Joseph. It's kind of very lackluster interception numbers. As we are just going to truck on through, try to get to the playoffs again and see if we can make another run. And our best season yet, 12-5, a 90 overall. Have the ability to make a run. Maclin is superstar depth. That's exactly what I thought. That was what I was hoping for when I drafted him. That's why I drafted him. He is our future, franchise running back. Defensively, we already knew all our dev traits. Everybody's playing good. Look at Saban playing up to a 90 overall. Hey, everything looks great. I have 0 complaints. Let's take a look at what we're doing statistically. 4,200 yards, 27 touchdowns, 7 picks for Nico. 7-17 and 7 touchdowns for Cole Maclin. I wish he did a little bit better, but I don't think playbook allows for it. Carnell Tate, 1,100 yards, 6 touchdowns. Marvin Harrison Jr. almost cracking 1,000, 9 touchdowns. Trey McBride almost cracking 1,000, 9 touchdowns. Michael Wilson, 800 yards, 2 touchdowns. Blocking, Newbie led the way in sacks. That's something new. Taylor Saban leading the way in tackles. Walter Nolan in TFLs. Nick Bosa in sacks with 15.5. Quinnen Williams with 7. Our other edge rushers just don't really do anything. 2 picks for Saban, 2 for Jarrell Joseph, 2 for Jordan Ramirez, 1 for Tranquil, 1 for Jake Golday. All right, our first home game against Detroit. First home playoff game we've had of the series. Do you wish we made some away runs? Are we a better away team than we are a home team? It's time to find out. Where we are scoreless. Detroit gets on the board first, but we answer back at 21-7. These turnovers really hurting us. Their defense has come to play, but we're not out of it. We need our offense to do something. And they're driving right now, 3rd and 5. Every time I try to slow it down and it's a 3rd down, it's like, oh, hey, guess what? Y'all aren't going to do anything, then you're going to throw the ball away and punt. Let's get a stop. Let's not let them run the ball down our throats. We're going to get the ball back. Okay, 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left, we're hopping in. It is time for us to put together a final drive and tie this game. Try to send it to overtime. We're going to hit Mike Wilson. Get the first down. Hit the 2-minute warning. Maybe we can get Maclin. Ooh, took James Conner's number. That's kind of brave of him. Although he is a superstar running back. And Aiden Hutchinson going to swat that ball away. This is going to be tough, is it? This is going to be a tough one. Try to see if we can get something going on this pass play here. Probably going to be Michael Wilson over the middle. Just get the first down. Hit that hurry up. Our offense has been, it's just very lackluster. I can't even lie about it. You know what? I like this look. We're going to go ahead and hit the run. They're going to expect the pass to come. We're going to try to get a couple yards. We're going to get 5. I was really expecting more out of that look. I'm not even going to lie to you. A lot of times in these situations, teams start to expect the pass. And they let stuff go, as we are going to hit Maclin that time. Hit with the juke move, get taken down at the 30, but a huge first down and a big game for this Arizona Cardinals team. Now, key is we don't want to leave Detroit with too much time on the clock. So, we've got to be really careful here. And hope that we can score with just enough time on the clock. As Maclin is going to take a screen for a touchdown. A minute left, though. Maybe we should have gone down. But we are just going to take it how it is. Apparently, I have the traditional kick meter on. I don't know. It changed. I change it back. It keeps changing. I don't know what it is. All right, so we are on defense now, and it is time to make sure we get a stop, and that is not a good way to make sure we get a stop. You know what? Maybe we go to man coverage. Maybe we go to man coverage. Crisp, get over here on Laporta. And we're going to blitz Golf. And he's still going to... Okay, incomplete. Let's say he's still going to make something work. We get after... Golf never does. He's not doing that in real life. I think we're going to bring a blitz again. Let's see what we can get going. And they're going to get the ball out quick. But I'm okay with that. 3rd and 9. I know that's probably... You're going, hey, man, maybe you shouldn't do that. But we're trying to get after Golf. And we do 4th and 17. You know, as long as we can get out of bounds, we could work our way into field goal range here. Especially if we were able to get, you know, any kind of big play. I just don't know that anything's going to be open here. Marvin Harrison, I'd really like... Go Macklin. Go Macklin. That's a touchdown. What a play from Nico to Macklin. Oh my, I got quiet there. I thought we were done with. That could be a game-winning touchdown. And win. Good teams know how to win. Winning is a skill, and we find a way to do it. Yeah. Oh, that's Josh Austin. It's not even Golf. I thought it was Golf this whole time. I'm blind. Nico, though, outplayed him. Rushing, Jahmyr Gibbs had a really good game. Cole Macklin didn't do a lot on the ground, but in the receiving game, did a lot. He had 4 receptions for 103 yards and 2 touchdowns. McBride with a nice day. Marvin Harrison with a nice day. We're able to come away with it in the end. Jaden Sims with a sack and a half. Josiah Stewart with a half a sack. Nick Bosa with a half a sack. Saban and Tranquil splitting a sack. Walter Nolan with a half sack. A pick for Max Melton, a pick for Jordan Ramirez, and one for Terry and Arnold. He seems to get us every time. He's got our number. All right, we got the Minnesota Vikings here in the divisional round. We've got some overall on them, so we should definitely be able to beat them. And it is a home game, another home game. We're kind of up there. I like having these home games and the ability to get a home field advantage. Now we have just got to go to the end of the game. All right, so to the end of the game we go. I'm hoping we can get... Oh, Minnesota gets a 2-score lead on us. Can we... Defense, can we figure something out? Offense as well. We're only down by 3 currently. All right, we got a tie game. Ooh, let's slow this down a little bit. Hope we can go ahead and take a lead here. That's going to be a field goal. I would like to go for 2 there. 0-yard rush. I don't know what... That was a little glitchy. See, they're going for it on 4th down. We have got to hop in here. 28 seconds left. They've only got 1 timeout. You know, he threw that in coverage. They're going to burn their last timeout. That could be a mistake on their part. That could be a mistake on their part. They can't stop the clock. Oh, they are going to just spike it. They're going to just spike it, and they're going to go for the field goal to tie. We're going to go ahead and call one of our timeouts. Ice them. Try to see if we can get the block here on Patterson. Nope. And it's going to be an overtime game unless we return a kick. That was almost going to hit me because of what happened. We get a chance at a Hail Mary. And, you know, I'm really okay with the opportunity to throw a Hail Mary. That's going to be a defensive pass interference, and it's going to win us the game. Except kick the field goal. That's why you throw your Hail Marys, folks. It may be a cheesy way to win, but we're going to take our win every day of the week. We're moving on. We're moving on. Throw your Hail Marys in EA. Happens in college football. Happens in this game too. We take down Minnesota. It's cheesy. The refs may have given it to us, but we're sending 9 home. Sending 9 home. Looks like 9. I mean, pretty identical, really. 232, 232. JJ McCarthy, though, a little bit better on the rating. Rushing, Jeremiah Love crushed us. But Cole Macklin had a good day himself. Receiving, Jordan Addison killed us. Defensively, what kind of sacks did we have? They had two. We didn't even have a sack. No interceptions. Tough defensive game. No sacks. And now we have a new one. We haven't played Tampa Bay yet, but this is a team. Hey, man, maybe we should have it. This is our second NFC championship in a row. We're back-to-back right now. Let's try to take down Tampa Bay and see if we can win it. Home of the crew. Ooh, they have the home field advantage. And we are going to jump to the end of this one. Monitor as it goes. Hop in if we have to. As, okay, 10-7. Some stuff happened real fast. Nothing was happening, and then the scoring happened fast. 20-21, 20-24. We are going to take it a little slow now that we got it in the fourth quarter. We have a 3-point lead currently. There's a lot of penalties happen for them to get a first down right there. And we are driving with the ball. We've gone to the run game. We've said we're going to give our superstar rookie the chance. And then Nico hitting on the big one when you need to. And that's a touchdown. 33-24. Cardinal Tate. Yeah, I think maybe if you carried this any further, you'd have to trade Marvin Harrison and keep Cardinal Tate. He just seems to be the big receiver as Egbuka comes up on a big third down. 4th and 11. How is it 4th and 11? They get 5 yards and it's first down. Oh, no, it wasn't. Okay, it was our first down. That checks out. And we got a 10-point lead now. It's time for us to just commit to the run and run this one out as we take down Tampa Bay 34-24. We're headed back to our second Super Bowl. Not back to our second, but back to the Super Bowl. Our second consecutive Super Bowl. Maybe we can get the win. Nico outplaying Baker Mayfield. Glad to see he's still in Tampa, though. Rushing, Cole Macklin killed it. I knew we were just a running back away from really killing teams. Cardinal Tate killed it, 121, 3 touchdowns. I mean, they had some good receiving games, too. Marvin Harrison, 52 and a touchdown. But that 3 for Cardinal Tate is really, really good. Defensively, what kind of sacks do we have? 2 for Josiah Stewart. That's why we brought him on. Walter Nolan with a sack. Some half sacks from some people. And no interceptions. I kind of wish we got some interceptions, man. We've actually put some stuff towards our corner group. You know, some draft picks, stuff like that. Especially the safeties. All right, and no MVP for us goes to Patrick Mahomes. Coach of the Year. We're at 3. We still are not able to crack or win. I don't even know that we've won an award outside of Rookie of the Year with Nico. Offensive Player of the Year, no. Defensive Player of the Year, no. Were we even on the list? We weren't on the list for either one. Offensive Rookie, Macklin at 3. Kind of think he deserves to win it. Defensive Rookie, yeah, no. Best Quarterback, no. It definitely should be us, not Dante Moore. I mean, you know, Nico's really killed it. Best running back, shout out Cam. Nobody for us. Best wide receiver, Marvin Harrison's on the list. Best offensive lineman, DeAndre Dalton at 2. That would have been nice. That dev trade for the center would have been great. Best defensive lineman, Nick Bosa at 7. Best linebacker, nobody on the list. Best defensive back, can we get anybody? No. Best kicker, no. We're not on the list of awards, which is, you know what? I'm okay with it because we're in the Super Bowl. So, you know, would you take awards or a Super Bowl? I'm taking Super Bowl every day of the week. Dev traits, Marvin Harrison drops the star. Everybody else on the offense stays the same, sadly. Defensively, can we get one? No. Everybody stays the same. Why is everybody staying the same? Actually, not everybody stays the same. Quentin Williams drops the star. We're just getting dev trait regression. We're not even getting more dev traits, which is crazy. We're a 90 overall. We're 12-5. We went 12-5. The Carson Palmer Bowl the late career Carson Palmer Bowl, I should say. As you know, there's some turnovers going on, but it's a tie. Well, it was a tie game. We got the lead 14-10, 21-10, 24-10. I like the way this is going. Well, I spoke too soon. Maybe 31-17. Let's keep it up. 38-17 off. Ooh, I should slow this down a little bit. Yeah, it doesn't matter. 38-24. We win our second Super Bowl in a row here in year 5. Dynasty started, I would say. 2 Super Bowls in 2 years is definitely on the doorstep of a dynasty. Oh, okay. All right, well, I was able to reconnect to the EA servers there. Just had to close out the game. Oh my gosh, it didn't save the Super Bowl win? All right, well, we're going to have to do it again against Las Vegas. So we are going to, as I get rewards, I don't know what that is, to the end of the game and hope that we can, have a similar game. It looks like all right, 13. Okay, it's not starting out the same. I can tell you that. We need to get back in the end zone, 21-14. 21-20. Okay, we need to slow this down a little bit. Yeah, this is a lot tighter of a game, 21-24. Now, I think we had the score at one point in the last game, and we took off with it after that. But that was like in the second quarter. And minute 52 left. We're trying to run the ball out, but you don't go for the pass there. You give them the ball back with the opportunity. They're running it with Ashton Genty for some reason with 16 seconds left and not the lead. We have got to. Okay, that's game over. We get another win. Okay, they didn't have a timeout left. Thank the Lord. We win the Super Bowl, second in a row. I was talking about it at the end of that one. Entering a dynasty. Fernando Mendoza. Somebody that's, town of the talk right now. Indiana, way up in the college football playoffs. Maybe he's looking at being a potential first-round pick. Maybe playing his way into a Heisman Trophy. Nico, though, played better. So maybe Nico deserves it. Cole Macklin with a good game. Receiving. Marvin Harrison Jr. killed him. 129, 2 touchdowns. Jamie Foster killed us, though. Michael Wilson with a touchdown of his own. Brock Bowers with one. They got Brock Bowers and Mason Taylor. Pretty good tight end room there. I kind of like Mason Taylor. I got him in a dynasty league right now. Nick Bosa with 3 sacks. Jaden Sims with a sack. Quentin Williams with a sack. They got a sack with Drew Sanders and Nick. Not going to say that name. And a half sack. No picks. And there's the recap 2029. Nick Bosa won an MVP. Man, Nico's really getting slept on, I believe. But 28-24, just like y'all saw, we technically won the 5th-year Super Bowl twice in a row. 2 games in a row. Really, really, really great. We are going to take a look at this team one last time, see what it looks like. Well, we know what it looks like. Nico and Macklin are superstars. I think you trade away Marvin Harrison and keep Tate. I think Tate's going to take that number 1 role real soon. And then I think with that cap room, you're able to re-sign Trey McBride. The offensive line looks good. I mean, DeAndre Dalton, even though he's a normal dev, was runner-up for Offensive Lineman of the Year. Webster looks good. Fano looks good. Newbie looks great. Defensively, you could add some superstars, but like Saban looks excellent. Overton has developed really well. Nick Bosa is just a veteran signing to try to bring some pass rush to this team, which he did. And Josiah, I think it's Josiah Stewart, has developed after we traded for him. He was like a 80 overall or 78 overall, 76 overall, something like that. But he's developed pretty nicely. Ramirez, even though he's normal dev, playing up to an 88. Crisp, the rookie, playing up to an 84. Will Johnson has developed really nice. Jaron Joseph playing up to a 91. About to take that number 1 spot from Will Johnson Jr. Walter Nolan up to a 90. Gonna take Quentin Williams' role as soon as he retires. Sims gonna take that Walter Nolan role. Got some players that are really good. We lost Drew Tranquil. He retired after the Super Bowl, but that's okay. All we really need is a will linebacker, maybe some bench players. Offensively, you could look at receiver, maybe tight end if Trey McBride does go and you don't trade Marvin Harrison, whatever. But overall, a 90 overall team, man. We really happy with this. We were the 2 seed. Tampa Bay was the 1. We played them at home. We beat them. 100% approval rating. Hardly see that. Yeah, really good team, man. Really good team. 90 overall, 93 offense, 90 defense. Everything worked out in this rebuild, and that is how we're going to end it. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more Madden content. And until next time, y'all have a good one.